Hi everyone, it's me Darlene. I am back with a mystery quilt block. This is mystery block number 5. If you're not familiar with this series, I have a playlist link in the description of this video and also on the end screen. I'm just sitting down and putting together some scraps, and I let you know the sizes of the pieces that I put together so you can do it too if you want to. The goal is, once we have enough blocks made, no matter what size they are, we can attempt to put them together for a quilt top. I have some of these little bandana bars, and I actually have some on eBay as an auction at the time that I'm recording this video. I'll have a link to the auctions in the description of this video. You can always find my links on my blog, darlenemisho.com, if that's a little easier for you. And if you want, if you're watching this in real time, you can go bid on the auction. It's for 45 of these mini strips. And I thought, why don't I use 3 of those leftovers and put them in the mystery quilt block? So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to start with this. These are about 1.5 inches. I tried to pick 3 that were the same so I could tell you. 1.5 inches wide, and they're all 5 inches this way. In the auction, they vary by width a little bit, and I know I have that in the description somewhere. So go check out the auction and read the description and look at the pictures. We're just going to sew these 3 strips together, again, 1.5 this way-ish, and 5 this way. I ended up adding another strip, same width. It was 1.5 inches by 5, so I kind of like that. I might trim it. If I do, I'll tell you, but I'm going to try to figure out what I'm putting next to this now. I found this piece that is 2.5 this way, and about 5.5 that way, and that's going to work well. We're going to sew this to this. This ended up being 4.5 wide and still 5 tall, but I'm turning it now, and I'm going to just put this here. I just like my strip to be a little bit longer than the piece, and I'm just sewing, and then when I open it, I'll trim. And I know I usually say, you know, I press, open, and then trim, but you really can trim it this way. You just lay it down, folded like that, and then you just trim along the edge. It's really the easier way to do that. Then you open and press. Now I found these 2 pieces that I didn't press. They're both about 3.5 inches tall, and this one is about 5.5 inches, and this one is about 4.5 inches. And I'm just going to sew those together this way, right here. And now I'm going to put it down here somewhere. Maybe I want it this way. I like the blue. I think I'm going to put it this way. So I'm just going to flip this over and put it mostly on the blue. And I'm going to sew, and then I will trim it. I've got this nice long strip, and I'm going to put it here. I don't want to leave this open. I want to sew something there so these don't come apart. Where's my ruler? It's right here. So this is about maybe 2.25 inches wide, and we need it to be at least, I would say at least 8 inches tall. This is like 7.5 right here. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put this like this, and then I'm just going to sew, and then I'll trim what I don't need. And you know what? That was a good time to stop, and I trimmed it to 7 inches. So I had choices. This way I could have trimmed off the top, but I didn't want to do that, so I had enough width here that I trimmed off just the bottom. And then here I took some off both sides. You want to leave it at least 1 inch. That's 1 inch. You don't want smaller than that. I would have liked it a little wider, but I also did not want to knock off too much on this side. So we have a 7-inch block. That's it, and it's going to go good with the others. Not going to show the others every time, but we have that and that, all different sizes, all different prints, and that is it. I don't know how many we'll make before we start putting them together, but, you know, we'll get there. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, and I'll be back with more soon. Bye!